suddenly went from very dark to very bright. Seems to be a drum throne? Yes, because these are now instruments. Oh, hi. I didn't mean to wake you up. Sorry. Nice to meet you. Bye. That was the third member of the band whose name I can't remember, but it's not Jack or Colum. Is it Shans? There was somebody named Shans. Oh, that wasn't what I was expecting to say. I need to stop looking out. I just need to start. I want to always start erasing from like a top or a corner or a side. I just need to commit. It took me a long moment to realize where I was. My head was throbbing. I looked around. It was the big house. Column's new place, their squat. My breath relaxed. 10:45 a.m., December 8th. Coming and going. Jack jumped through the sitting room door. Wakey wakey! Even his grin was loud and happy. Food's coming. Lots of rashers. Rashers is the common word for Irish bacon. It's leaner and meatier than American bacon because it comes from the loin of the pig. Interesting. I didn't know that. Colum was the next apparition at the door. His voice was much softer, encouraging me to get up while the food was hot. My eyelids still wanted to close. I didn't know how to say thanks, but I rolled onto the cold wooden floor and pulled myself up slowly. The kitchen smelled so good. Oh, I gotta move over, okay. Welcome to our fabulous abode, Kaizo. Sit thyself and prepare for a breakfast extravaganza. I'll go up first? It was the guy with the guitar, Shans. I didn't know if I'd been dreaming. I complimented his playing without thinking. Oh, it's nothing really. Had I said something stupid? I couldn't tell if he was shy or cocky. He's blushing though. Look at them cheeks. I see them blushes on the cheeks. Oh, is this a little side romance happening? Ooh, okay. I think I outdid myself, as always. I was salivating at the sight of the fry-up. Fry-up, an Irish breakfast including sausages, rashers, black and white pudding, toast, sometimes eggs, sometimes mushrooms, sometimes fried tomatoes. Completely different and also not very different at all to an English or Scottish breakfast. And very different from an American breakfast. Colum asleep at the table. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I just got an achievement to find Colum drinking coffee. That's cute. I can go either way. Okay, I'm gonna go this one first. Jack teased Shans while I just ate. I gulped down many salty, crispy rashers. Look, she tries the rashers. Oh, delicious. I guess I don't actually know if Kaizo is she, but I think considering Ma said to settle down with a wife, I'm thinking Kaizo may be a trans woman. They all seemed so comfortable in their own skin, so open with each other. Look at them being adorable at breakfast. We were still sitting at the table when the Angelus played over the radio. It was noon. Oh my god, I must have needed a big sleep. Mom would have had a fit if I was still in bed at home. The Angelus is a traditional Catholic prayer time where church bells are rung for a minute at 6 a.m., midday, and 6 p.m. In Ireland, the bells are played on national radio and television stations. Have a fit means get angry. That or it's 6 a.m. That's the other option here. But I think we're having breakfast for lunch. I wondered if I could go back. No. Or was there anywhere I could stay in Dublin? I don't know. Cullum interrupted my thoughts. He calmed me down. You're not going anywhere, kiddo. Oh, that's interesting. It's like it didn't fully erase that. He told me I'd have a home with them when I needed it. He's been through this himself before. A home. Even if that home is leaking and damp. It turned out the only suitable room for me left was their practice room. I felt guilty but cared for. Oh look, it's the big house. Just like home. It's getting dark out. Night time. Oh, okay. I'll go into this window. Watching the toy show with Cullum was like being kids again. Big kids looking out for each other and eating too many sweets. Toy Show. The Late Late Toy Show is an episode of the late night chat show, The Late Late Show, that airs just before Christmas. Different children come on the show to play with and talk about popular toys and to perform. Kiss me, honey bun. Ah, he's attacking me. Oi, get a room. We're going. Come on, Mogra. Irish for my love. One dialect would pronounce it as Magra. Slan, losers. A quick way of saying goodbye in Irish, a shortened version of I'm so sorry. Slan Abail, or safe journey home. One dialect would pronounce it as Slan. Awkward silence, awkward silence, awkward silence, awkward silence, because it's just Shans and Kaizo. Left alone. But that's okay. So, how did you three meet anyway? We all went on the trip to Tip this year from Castlebar. Trip to Tip, a nickname for the music festival of Philae, which took place in County Tipperary between 1990 and 1997. It was some crack. I had my guitar on the bus. Crack, literally the Irish word for fun, can be used to mean fun in Hiberno English, but can also be used in questions like, what's the crack? To mean, what's up? Or how are you? In the middle of a jam, Jack told me we were starting a band. I can believe it. I hope Jack knows I have the musical ability of a broken wheel. I'm glad to have you in the house anyway. How do you even end up here? I knew this place as the scary ghost house when I was a kid. Colum suggested it. We were talking about putting together an EP and we needed somewhere to practice. That's so cool. We've got an actual gig coming up soon. That'll be deadly. I wish we were a bit more focused on the music though. Sometimes I think Colum and Jack just like having a place they can be together. Oh, I was a little surprised at breakfast that you were so comfortable around them. It doesn't bother me. Colum and Jack are good people. They're outsiders and I'm an outsider too. And it's legal now anyway. Ha! About time. But it is kinda intense living on top of each other sometimes. So I'm really happy you're here. Now I can talk to someone when they're busy snogging. Hooray! You know, I think I did the leaving with your sister Asha. The leaving certificate is the university entrance exam in Ireland. It always happens over the first 2 or 3 weeks of June and is commonly seen as the harbinger of good summer weather. Your family owns Niles Chipper, right? Chippers are Ireland's fast food. The most important item are chips, steak cut fries, supplemented by things like battered sausages, fish, burgers, and onion rings. Even small towns would have one or two. Oh, I kind of gathered that it was like, because there's a Chippy in Dairy Girls, and I'd kind of gathered that it was like just some sort of fresh fried food place. And it looked really good. My dad runs it, yeah. We all get roped in to help. I remember when Asha moved into my class. I never heard a Manchester accent in real life. Well, she's back there now with my mom's sister. She's studying medicine and everything, just like Mom. Cool. She was nice to me. I haven't talked to people from my class in ages. I left a kill so quickly after school. Everybody leaves a kill. I didn't think it would be so different when school ended. The Irish school system is a bit different to the US or UK. There are 2 levels of school, primary and secondary. Primary is from 5 to 12 and secondary from 13 to 18. Most schools are still connected to Catholic institutions, especially in areas like Achill. I mean, that's not entirely different from the US because there are like obviously in the US it's very common to have elementary, middle, and high school. I just solved a dog mystery. But so obviously in the United States we have elementary, middle, and high school, but like I have had family members and friends that have had a very similar situation where they just went from like elementary and to high school because in certain situations, I don't know. I would just still call it an elementary school, but you combine elementary and middle school and you're just at the same school from like 5 to 14. I feel like I didn't need to explain that, but here we are. Tell me about Dublin. There must be all kinds of things happening. Gigs, parties, party gigs. Probably. I don't do much in Dublin, or talk to anyone, but there's libraries. Mostly, I read about physics, and work, and do computer stuff. My parents would love you. Well, I might be looking for new ones. Would they like another child? Ha. Night, Kaizo. Oich maith? Oiche maith? And I'm so wrong. The Irish for good night, one dialect would pronounce it as e hawa. Can I not erase the house? Oh, I had to erase the window. December 9th. Band practice all day. I sat in the corner and listened. Jack, you're coming in too soon. He huffed until Colum kissed his cheek. By tea time, they were playing in the dark. The house's mishmash of wires couldn't handle their equipment and the lights. It's a compliment. Mishmash, an expression that means a disorganized mess of things. I told them they sounded like Bon Jovi, but it didn't go down well. Jack shook his head sadly. Not everything is perfect. The house is freezing, the immersion doesn't work, and I've learned a lot about different types of mold. But who cares? Jack, Colum, and Sean's are all so nice. I'll figure my life out tomorrow, or the day after, and wash my one set of clothes. 10th. A rare blue sky. I wanted to get out in the fresh air, and Sean's joined me for company. Spotted Mrs. McGinty in a field halfway up the hill to the low, her sheep running ahead of her. She whistled sharp. I don't think she recognized me, but gave us a short, swift nod before she turned back up the hill, sheep in tow. We talked about Manchester and Dublin. He was very impressed with my astrophysics. There was an eviction notice from the guards when I got home. Don't worry, we get one every week. The guards, the name for the Irish police force. 11th. Woke up and Cullum was lighting a fire. I could feel the warmth return to my bones. I chopped peat briquettes into thin slivers before the rain came. We had to ration our fuel, but I just wanted the blaze going all day. Briquettes, a common form of fuel in Ireland, made by compressing the peat from the bogs that cover a large part of the Irish Midlands. Sean's put on a tape as we hung up some Christmas lights. The four of us lay around the living room listening to The Cure. There's a strange sensation in my body somewhere. Has the weight dropped from my shoulders, or have I lost something important? I don't know. Sunday, 12th. Sean's went home today, and I missed him. Cullum brought the rest of us to his Aunt Maggie's house. Cullum stayed with her back when his parents kicked him out. She has a nice cottage overlooking Dugort Beach, swallowed by fuchsia bushes and giant rhubarb. Dugort... I think we read this already, but this is another village on the north coast of Achill. So it's been one of the tourist hubs on the island. Pronounced Dug like the past tense of dig, or it rhymes with hurt. Giant rhubarb. This is the common name of an invasive plant that grows all over Achill. It's not actually rhubarb at all, but it looks similar, and it does get really big. There's Aunt Maggie. Her lovely little Christmas decorations. She called us all wee lambs and made us cup after cup of tea and insisted we stay for dinner. Chops and peas and coffee cake. The cake was unbearably dry, but I ate a big slice anyway. We left before it got too dark, and she gave us a huge shopping bag of food to take back. There were 4 selection boxes in there, too. Coffee cake in Ireland. Coffee cake is a coffee-flavored sponge with coffee buttercream. Selection boxes. These are a common Christmas present for children. It's a big box with 6 chocolate bars in it. Oh, that's pretty nice. Things to remember about Cullum. I have to erase this. Sorry. Okay, I can't erase those. He likes junk food. Goes weak at the knees for a peck of crisps, especially if they're salt and vinegar. Oh, I love a salt and vinegar chip. Cullum O'Malley, age 24, loves bass, walking basslines, Jack, Aunt Maggie, a kill. 1. He'll take care of anyone and anything. That's how I met him, because he was feeding a stray cat near the school. 2. My favorite thing about him? The way he awkwardly rubs the back of his head when he's nervous. Hates working in the Corrigan's newsagent cities this summer. 3. For all his kindness, he has a wicked sense of gallows humor. His laugh is surprisingly loud, given how quiet he is. 4. Cullum doesn't do half measures. It's like the way he feels about Jack. He's always all or nothing. 5. Cullum is good to tell secrets to, but he's not great for giving advice. He's not that good at making decisions himself. December 13th. Starting to forget my routine before I move to the big house. I wake up at 12 a.m. and I'm out of bed at 1-ish whenever the band starts. I wonder who lived here before. Some landlord, dead generations ago. At 3 there was a knock and then a bang on the door. I saw him coming through the curtains, so I disappeared. Virgil on his little post bike with a letter from Ma'am. Jack was the one who opened the door. The one who handed me the envelope. I haven't left my room since. Some landlord, the nobility who owned the big houses but also have owned a lot of the land around them, which was rented out to Irish peasants. For example, Captain Boycott once lived on Achill Island before famously being boycotted on land he owned elsewhere in Mayo. I talked a lot with Sean's. He had a solution for everything. I have no things, so we're going to go get my things. Tonight, the 2 of us will rob my house. Sister Bernadetta, Sisters of Mercy, Castle Street, Westport, Mayo. To the occupants. Your tenancy of the dwelling at Croghown House, Keel West, Do Achill Co Mayo is illegal, and an application for a court order of forcible removal has been submitted. If If you do not leave before December 14th, 1993, Angarda Siochana will be called in. Mayo is one of the 32 Irish counties. It's in the province of Connacht, the west coast above Galway and below Sligo. The name is from the Irish words pronunciation Mayo, much like the condiment. Croghan is a mountain on the west... Oh, it's Croghan. Okay. Croghan is a mountain on the west coast of the Achill Island that descends into the sea. The fictional big house situated on its lip is named after it. Oh, hold on. I hear a creature crying. You have the whole of the 24 hours of the termination date to vacate and give up possession of the above dwelling. Any issue as to the validity... I can't read. Any issue as to the validity of this notice or the right of the landlord to serve it must be referred to the Residential Tenancies Board. This notice is served on December 4th, 1993. Signed, Sister Bernadetta. Sister Bernadetta, landlord. I don't actually know if you're the landlord. I'm gonna be real. My dearest son, I don't know how to explain that I'm not who she thinks or wants. I don't know where to start. Will she ever call me Kaizo? My dear son, I've been waiting for you to come home all week. What's happened all of a sudden? Turns out I'm not safe to record even when the animals are asleep, because things just keep happening. Anyway, my dear son, I've been waiting for you to come home all week. What's happened all of a sudden? You're like a different person. Whatever it is, I know things will be right as rain. Soon. I want you to know I forgive you for the things you said. You were angry, and we all say things we don't mean when we're angry. Maybe you're afraid to come home because of that, and maybe you're afraid you've ruined things between us, but it isn't true. I'm still your mom. I'll always be here. I haven't touched any of your things. I did notice some things you might want to talk about. When you get back, we'll go through it all together, decide what to keep and what to throw away. Missing you, your mom. She's trying, but she has all these ideas of how I should be. She didn't even consider she might need to apologize too. Heist plan. 1. Walk quietly to Doha via the bog road. Doha is a smaller village on the southwest end of the island. Kaizo's family lives here. Pronunciation Doha. No. Doha. Bog road. An example of what's often called a green road or a boreen in Ireland, an old unpaved track with grass growing in the middle. 2. Open my bedroom window using the janky hinge. 3. Pack up my stuff. Don't wake Virgil. Don't wake Ma'am. 4. Figure out life with clean clothes.